Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Bernie Sanders was robbed. Senator Bernie Sanders did not lose the 2020 Democratic primaries. He didn't get beat, he didn't get out-strategized, outsmarted, out-financed, or out-hustled. He got robbed. My name is Tom Wright. I am the founder of StrongLiberals.com. It's a media company and political organization launching very soon for Americans who are sick and tired of the broken status quo. So, how did Bernie Sanders get robbed? It's very simple. The voting machines in the primaries were hacked. Voting experts around the world have said that have shown over and over, it is incredibly easy to hack a voting machine. Individuals can do it, and even more, governments like the Russian government and political organizations like the Republican Party have the vast resources, the sophisticated technology, and access to computer experts to pull this off anytime they want. So how do I know that these machines were hacked? Because of the massive discrepancy between the exit polls and the reported results. The United Nations says that anytime there's a difference between the exit polls and the reported results of more than 2 or 3%, that election is probably dirty, was probably hacked and interfered with, and should not be certified. So if we look at the results of the Democratic primaries, what do we see? What do we see happening there? Well, we see huge discrepancies between the exit polls and the computer tabulated results. And in every instance, they hurt Bernie Sanders and helped Joe Biden. For example, in Massachusetts, the difference between the exit polls and the reported results was a whopping 8.4%. In Missouri, the difference between the two was 10%. And in Michigan, the difference between the exit polls and the reported results, 15.4%. Those are giant red flags. In every instance, we see Bernie Sanders winning the exit polls, but losing the reported results. This happened not just in Michigan, Massachusetts, and Missouri, but in Oklahoma, Minnesota, Texas, and elsewhere. This is a massive fraud, a massive hacking of the vote. Think about this for a minute. Joseph Biden was a dead man walking in early March, right? He wasn't even campaigning. People were starting to wonder if he was still alive. He had no presence anywhere and was giving no speeches and had no team in these states, no teams anywhere. Bernie Sanders, on the other hand, he had massive momentum. He was active everywhere. He was surging in the polls. He was getting massive donations from the grassroots. The guy was on fire. So what happened? Well, we know what happened. The votes were hacked. That's been staring us in the face for a long time. However, millions and millions of people online are discussing this and have been discussing it for the last few months. They've noticed the discrepancy and they've begged the Sanders team to do something about it. However, for some strange reason that I don't understand, he has not acted on these requests. Incredibly, he held a meeting in Washington in January or February with government officials where they warned him that this was going to happen, that there were interested parties and governments who were going to hack the vote. And we have reports and we have studies going back to 2016 that shows hacking of the elections, hurting America. Democrats right now in Congress are saying today, right now, things are happening that shouldn't be. There is interference in the election process. It is ongoing and it is systematic. We should be outraged. I'm outraged. We need to contact the Bernie Sanders team and urge them and plead with them to file a formal complaint and to protest the results of the Democratic primary. There's no other way we can do this. And count the ballots by hand on paper. Please, if you are at all interested in what happens in this campaign and what happens in our country, send an email to info@berniesanders.com. info@berniesanders.com, and tell them what you want them to do. Ask them, plead with them, urge them. Because the truth is, our democracy hangs in the balance. And these are dangerous times. And we cannot let America down. And we cannot let Bernie Sanders down. He got cheated. We all got cheated. The truth is, the honest truth is, Bernie Sanders won the 2020 primary elections. He deserves to be facing Donald Trump in November, not Joseph Biden. Thank you.